bit surprised that it's women all over. But thank you so much. I think it's quite interesting. So what I'll do is I'll go through this speech, then I'll also give some few comments after going through the speech. So, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure to be here today as we gather to discuss an issue that is at the heart of Zimbabwe's agricultural transformation, the empowerment of women in horticulture. I extend my appreciation to the Horticultural Development Council and its partners for organizing our seminar. As a nation, we have placed agriculture at the center of our development agenda. And agriculture remains the backbone of our economy, and increasing its contribution to GDP is a key priority under our National Development Strategy 1 and Vision 2030. But to truly transform our agricultural sector, we must empower everyone. However, most importantly, women. The statistics speak for themselves. Approximately 80% of Zimbabwean women live in the communal areas. And women constitute about 61% of the farmers in the country and provide about 70% of agricultural labor. They work 16 to 18 hours a day, balancing agricultural and domestic duties. Clearly, women's contribution to Zimbabwe's food security and economic development is undeniable. Yet they remain disproportionately affected by structural constraints. Women own less land, they have limited access to finance, receiving less than 7% of bank loans. A study by United Nations Women, UNDP, and UNEP's Poverty Environment Initiative highlights that closing the gender gap in agriculture could lift 700,000 people out of poverty annually in Zimbabwe. This is a striking figure which has served as a core to for us. Closing the gender gap is not just about fairness. It aligns with our economic policy. Ladies and gentlemen, our commitment to women's empowerment in agriculture aligns with key Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, that relate to poverty reduction, fighting hunger, and gender equality. Through Vision 2030, the government is committed to leaving no one and no place behind. We are actively designing new agricultural policies that are gender responsive, ensuring that women have equal access to the following. 1, equal access to land ownership and secure tenure rights. 2, equal access to agricultural finance and credit. 3, equal access to extension services and market linkages, as well as access to climate smart and environmentally sustainable technologies. While the government is implementing reforms, we cannot do this alone. Partnerships with organizations such as HDC, the private sector, development agencies, and financial institutions are key to unlocking opportunities for women farmers. We commend all partners, the FCDO, business groups, and development partners for their commitment to this case. By closing the gender gap in agriculture, we are driving rural economic growth, enhancing food security, and ensuring that women take their rightful place as leaders in Zimbabwe's agricultural transformation. Together, let us build a more inclusive and prosperous agricultural sector, one where women are not just workers, but land owners, business owners, and decision makers. I look forward to taking part in today's event to find practical solutions for women in horticulture. I thank you. So, what I just want to say now is, I think if you can just whisper to your neighbor that you are sitting there with and say, "Tisutines." The reason why I'm saying this is look at the successful projects in agriculture. I'll give you one example, the Fumbuza program. The reason why Fumbuza has been successful is because women are on the forefront. So I think HDC, this is very good. Why don't we put women at the forefront? If women lead our horticulture, we know that we are going to improve production, improve productivity, and even our exports, they are going to improve. So please, ladies in here, let us be more focused and let us make money from horticulture. We know that we might be doing the small portions. Whatever portion that you are doing, ask yourself, am I making money? I'll give you an example of someone with a small portion like this room. So, as a practical woman farmer, what you obviously want to know is what is the potential of this room. For an enterprise that you want to grow, or for whatever that you are doing, you want to say, what is the potential of this room? I saw a lady doing tomatoes there from the presentation. If you've got a portion like this and you want to grow tomatoes, so what is the potential? What are you most likely to get if you do it very well? Then you compare that with what did I get eventually? What did I get after growing the tomatoes? Then you see whether you're making money or not. If you are not making money from that portion, then you want to sit down and say, where did I get from? Then that's why we say you work with colleagues like in the HDC, colleagues in the government, in the private sector, and make sure that we really make money. So what we have now discovered is you don't need large pieces of land to make money. It's not very necessary, especially for horticulture. So if you have got big portions, that's fine. But even if you've got small portions, that's okay. Currently, we are encouraging those A1 and A2 farmers to go and get title deeds. And women, we want to see you rushing for these title deeds. All those who own land, those A1 farmers with offer letters, A2 farmers with offer letters, go and get the title deeds. Don't wait for the men to be at the forefront. Go and get them. You don't need to apply to get the title deed. The offer letter is there. What you simply need is to make sure that your land has been surveyed, and that's enough to get your title deed. So don't be left out. So thank you so much for having this. What I would do, probably encourage is one day we are going to have such a conference in the rural areas where the farmers stay. Then you'll see how many business women are there in the rural areas. There are a lot of them, many farmers doing business in the rural areas. So it will be so interesting after a conference like this, then farmers visit a few farmers, a few local farmers, to see how they are doing business, and to see how they are making money, and to see how they can improve. So thank you so much. Please, let us in this room. Thank you so much.
To the Chief Director. Chief Director, there is one question from the floor. I don't know if you can doubt us. All right.
Thank you. My apologies if the question might end up sort of being irrelevant in here. But Honorable said, you talked of inclusivity, and you also talked of equality as far as accessing agricultural finance is concerned. And one thing for certain is the reason why women are in here, it was because of this idea that we should, there was some policy somewhere to make sure that women being a vulnerable group, they must be uplifted. And believe you me, among these women, there are also women with disabilities. And a woman with a disability is actually a vulnerable, the vulnerable of the vulnerable. What have you done and what are you doing as a ministry to uplift such women? Because we're talking of leaving no one behind. And what are you doing? And what have you done?
Okay, thank you very much. In my, I'm not minister. That required the minister to do that. But anyway, I think the first thing that I want to say is women. We should not consider ourselves as vulnerable. Whatever meaning that you put to that term, to me, I would not want to say women are vulnerable. Because when we talk of issues to do with equality and so forth, we are saying we have got the potential to be doing anything that we can do as women farmers. So yes, we may use that term because it is also used in other circles. But I don't want to use it because I know that a lot of women do much better than men. They do much better than men. So what we are actually doing is when we implement the various government programs, I'll just briefly say in the S ministry we've got some government programs that we are implementing, like your Rural Development 8.0, where we've got 8 different programs that we are implementing as a ministry. And we are saying, in implementation of those programs, we are not leaving anyone behind. We are not leaving women behind. We are not leaving those with the disabilities behind. But we are saying, you are the same. If you should be getting chickens, then you are the same. If you should be getting irrigation equipment, then it's the same. If you should be getting various programs that we are implementing, then we should not say this one is a woman, this one is a man, this one is disabled or what. But we are saying we are taking everyone on board. We are not leaving out anyone. Even in the recently, I think last week we heard that we just received some another batch of tractors. I think about 57 tractors that were received last week from Belarus, and they are already available for you guys as farmers to go there and make sure that you get this. And we are saying women be at the forefront and get these tractors, because we cannot say we've got tractors and then we leave out those who are disabled, or we leave out women. So please, women farmers, we are saying as ministry, whatever we are doing is for everyone, for women, for men, but women being more, we expect you to benefit more. And I think that's my comment at my level to answer you. Thank you.
Wow, so much. Because I'm sure that the only organization here is a person with a disability. But are we saying all these other people, where they're coming from, they are not people with disability, that they could be included here. If I was so, it's a percentage of people with disabilities.
Thank you so much for your intervention, ma'am. I think some of the issues have been noted by the HDC. So we are moving back to our session where we were hearing lived experiences from people who are in the sector. So right now,